Welcome to Goddesses. I'm your host, Blair Minerva. Today on Goddesses, imagine finding your dream, only to have every door slammed in your face simply because of who you are. Today, we uncover how Bessie Coleman not only shattered those barriers, but also turned her struggle into a soaring legacy, leaving you to question, what limits are you accepting that you shouldn't? Prepare for a story of triumph, tragedy, and the unyielding power of oddness that will make you rethink your own limitations. Metal screams against the cloudless Florida sky. A wrench, forgotten and fatal, works loose from its mooring. In the cockpit of her Jenny biplane, Bessie Coleman has mere seconds to process what's happening before gravity claims its prize. The year is 1926, and the first Black woman to earn a pilot's license is about to complete her final flight. But this isn't a story about falling. It's about how high one woman dared to soar when the world insisted her place was on the ground. Picture yourself in Atlanta, Texas, 1892. The cotton fields stretch endlessly under a merciless sun. Among the rows, a young girl straightens her aching back and gazes upward, finding freedom in the vast expanse above. This is Bessie Coleman, 10th of 13 children born to sharecroppers, already learning that some prisons have no walls. Just endless rows of cotton and the weight of other people's expectations. You might recognize this feeling, the sensation that your dreams are too big for the box others have built around you. For Bessie, that box was constructed of poverty, racism, and gender barriers. But she possessed something that would prove stronger than any of these, an absolute refusal to accept the world as it was. Walking 4 miles to school each day, young Bessie devoured books like they were air. While other children played, she studied. While others accepted, she questioned. Her mother, who couldn't read herself, would save precious pennies to buy newspapers, telling Bessie, "The world is bigger than what you see here." Those words would prove prophetic in ways neither could imagine. The spark that would ignite Bessie's aviation dreams came from an unlikely source: stories of war. Her brothers returned from World War I with tales of female pilots in France, women who defied gravity and social constraints alike. For Bessie, these stories weren't just interesting anecdotes. They were proof that another world existed, one where the impossible became possible. Moving to Chicago as a young woman, Bessie worked as a manicurist, but her mind soared far above the nail polish and small talk. She began to dream of flying, not just as an escape, but as a declaration. Every aviation school in America slammed their doors in her face. But here's what they didn't understand about Bessie Coleman. Rejection was just fuel for her determination. When America said no, she learned French at night, saved every penny she earned, and set her sights on Europe. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time you transformed a no into a watch me? The streets of Paris in 1921 must have felt like another planet to a girl from Texas cotton fields. But Bessie moved through them with singular purpose, her broken French improving daily as she pursued her dream at the Caudron Brothers School of Aviation. Every lesson was a battle against not just physics, but prejudice. Every successful landing was a victory not just for her, but for everyone who'd been told they didn't belong in the sky. On June 15, 1921, Bessie Coleman became the first African-American woman to earn an international pilot's license. But the license wasn't the victory. The victory was in proving that excellence knows no color, that courage has no gender. If you're enjoying Goddesses, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, Be an Unstoppable Woman. Lead without apology using quiet power tactics from influential females like Oprah, Malala, and RBG. Now, back to the episode. Returning to America, Bessie didn't just fly. She soared. They called her Queen Bess, watching in awe as she performed heart-stopping aerial stunts at air shows across the country. But this wasn't mere entertainment. Every loop, every roll, every death-defying maneuver was a statement. Look up here. See what's possible when you stop accepting limitations. Yet Bessie's most powerful moves weren't in the air, but on the ground. She refused to perform at segregated air shows, demanding that all spectators enter through the same gate. Think about that. In an era when standing up meant risking everything, she chose principle over profit, dignity over dollars. Which brings us back to that fatal day in Jacksonville. The wrench that worked loose, the plane that bucked like a wild horse, the fall that ended a dream too soon. Bessie Coleman was just 34 years old when gravity finally won. But here's what gravity couldn't touch: her legacy. The Bessie Coleman Aero Club, founded in her honor, trained generations of Black pilots. Every time an African-American woman takes the controls of an aircraft, she's flying in Bessie's slipstream. Every time someone defies the odds to chase an impossible dream, they're following her flight path. So here's the real question, the one Bessie's life demands we ask ourselves. What's your sky? What's that dream you've been told is too big, too bold, too far beyond your station? Because the most powerful lesson from Bessie Coleman's life isn't about flying at all. It's about the courage to break free from the ground that others have chosen for you. The sky doesn't care about courage, but the world does. And it needs more people willing to look up, spread their wings, and say, "Watch me soar," just like Bessie did. Remember those goggles we started with, lying in the dust reflecting an endless sky? They're still there, waiting. Not just as a memorial to one brave woman's dream, but as a challenge to you. Because the air is still free from prejudices, and the sky is still waiting for those bold enough to claim it. What will you do with your wings? On the next episode of Goddesses, imagine defying gravity like Bessie Coleman did, yet imagine being confined by four walls instead. Next week, we meet another pioneering woman, trapped in a place where her spirit burns just as fiercely. Nellie Bly, journalist and explorer of a different kind, will reveal the truth behind closed doors that society didn't want opened. But please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, Be an Unstoppable Woman. 7 days, 7 iconic women. Master the art of quiet power, lead without apology, and turn femininity into your greatest weapon. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/GOD. Thanks for watching.